This episode shall cover the campaigns of Agricola, and the first time civilization encountered the northern regions of these isles. The border between the civilized world and barbarity has shifted many times across history. But this was the first time such a divide would be established within these isles. Most of what we know about Agricola derives from Tacitus's writings. This shows why nerds can be useful, to record the deeds of the chads around them. Agricola was a Gaul of senatorial rank, but a Gaul nonetheless. He was an example of why our rivalry with Gaul exists, and how a united continent was capable of conquering this splendid isle. Starting as a military tribune in Britain, he fought against Boudicca during her rebellion. He then became a quaestor in Asia, and saw the effects of the corruption in Roman administration. He vowed to never behave in such a reprehensible manner, either as a treacherous and bloodthirsty rebel, or as a greedy and corrupt ruler. In 69 AD, Agricola was appointed to the command of the same legion which had defeated Boudicca. He replaced the treacherous Coelius, who had mutinied against the governor Belanus. Britain had revolted again during the year of the Four Emperors, and Belanus was a passive leader. Agricola reimposed discipline in the legion and helped to restore order. In 71 AD, Belanus was replaced by a more expansionist governor, Cerialis, and Agricola was able to display his talents as a commander in campaigns against the Brigantes in the north, or simple as. In 77 AD, he himself became governor of Britain and was tasked with pacifying the province. He first resolved the rebellion in Ordovician Wales and finally conquered the island of Anglesey, liberating Britannia from her Celtic curse. He then began a civilizing mission, educating the local nobility in the ways of empire and the res publica, encouraging planned Roman town building, as opposed to the disorganized, chaotic Celtic mud huts, and reduced the administrative corruption which had so discontented the local population and God. In the summer campaign of 79 AD, Agricola was permitted by Vespasian to conquer even further beyond the north. There, he encountered peoples who had never before laid eyes on civilization, and recoiled at the very mention of it, the Caledonian tribes. These were a people who valued freedom above all else, which is a mistake when that freedom is used to oppose God's will and divine providence. Calgacus brought together a confederation of these barbarian highland tribes to repel the Romans who had begun building fortifications in the lowlands. Such architectural achievements burned at their very souls. Outnumbering the enemy, hubris overtook the Caledonian army. They blindly charged their rabble and chariots downhill at the Roman legion, expecting their numbers to vanquish Agricola's forces at Mons Grauus. The day the Celts learned the concepts of battle tactics would be a terrible day indeed, and they learned that lesson from the instructive sword of the more advanced Roman legion. The cavalry was particularly deadly against the barbarians. Tens of thousands of Caledonian men were defeated with only a couple hundred Roman deaths. All the Caledonian towns put together were not worth the bones of a soldier of the res publica. The next couple years are spent with more minor skirmishes and Roman expansion throughout the Scottish lowlands. Agricola reported that he could conquer all of Hibernia with a single legion, but such a land was deemed not worth even that effort, and left alone. Fearing the power of a general who could unite Britannia, Domitian conspired against Agricola and had him removed from Britain and sent back to Rome, where he was denied a triumph and did not hold any military or public office again. He then died at age 53 on his estates, probably poisoned by the jealous Domitian. No good deed goes unpunished. In the late 80s, without Agricola, there was a Roman retreat from the rebellious and desolate Caledonian lands. Troops were reallocated to fight off the Germanic Hun. The border between civilization and barbarity was established further south, where Hadrian's Wall would one day stand. Thus ends the tale of how Rome subjugated Britannia. Next episode shall cover the rest of Roman rule up until its ultimate collapse by the hand of vengeful Britannia. Tally-ho.